Hoover High School and Meredith Middle School are currently working to implement the International Baccalaureate Middle Years program for 6th through 10th graders. In fact, Hoover will be the first comprehensive high school in the state to offer an IB program. We'll talk to Doug Wheeler, Hoover High School Principal, and Cindy Flesch, Meredith Middle School Principal, about the IB program next on Classroom Connections. Hi, and welcome to Classroom Connections, a public affairs discussion on issues important to students, teachers, and parents in the Des Moines Public Schools. I'm your host, Sarah Taylor. Hoover High School and Meredith Middle School have started the journey to become IB schools. 7 schools in the Des Moines Public Schools are authorized to offer the IB program. Gateway Middle School is also on its way to becoming authorized. It's a 3-year process complete with a visit from IB officials from around the world. The IB program offers a challenging international education to help prepare students to succeed beyond high school. Here to talk about the IB authorization process are Doug Wheeler, Hoover High School Principal, and Cindy Flesch, Meredith Middle School Principal. Thank you both for joining me.
Thank you for having us.
So Cindy, can you tell us why Hoover and Meredith decided to become IB schools?
Certainly. A few years ago, we started surveying our staff and community to find out what kind of students they were hoping to end up with at the end of their high school career, and based on what those results shared with us, they lined up quite nicely with the foundations of IB. We're also physically connected with Hoover, which allows us to share some staffing and programming, and as you're very aware, our population is very diverse, with over 25% of our students being from other countries, so it really seemed to be a natural fit for programming.
Great. And Doug, what does an IB school look like compared to other comprehensive middle and high schools?
Well, I think that the big difference that people will notice is a real clear connection between middle school and high school that the IB program offers. Really offers us a focus that we can take from 6 through 10 with those students, and it raises the bar for those students all along the way, and we're hopeful that that will create a more rigorous and challenging 11th and 12th grade curriculum as well. There's also a big focus on world language and world awareness. That's probably the most visible change, is that starting in 6th grade, students will start studying a world language, and they will stay with that world language throughout their experience. And that's something that IB really believes in, is in order to engage with the world, you need to be able to speak other languages. The other big difference that they'll see is at the end of the 10th grade year is a personal project, where every single student that is involved in the IB MYP program will create an area of interest project for themselves, where they can really demonstrate their learning over the past few years in the MYP experience.
Okay, wonderful. So what other potential opportunities are there for students who are IB learners?
As following along what Mr. Wheeler said, the language opportunities, our current 6th graders are studying Mandarin Chinese, so at the end of 5 years it is hopeful that they will be very proficient in that language. Our current 7th graders will have 5 years of the Spanish language, and it is our hope for the incoming 6th graders that they'll have a choice of which language to study. And along those lines, it is our hope that with the 8 subjects that our students will have an opportunity to really go much more in depth with the material, and you always be looking at that global perspective of how what they're learning impacts the world today. Another kind of important point is that the way IB is set up, our students are going to be having equal access to technology and the arts programs, and encouraged to stay involved in those through all the 5 years of the MYP program.
Okay, sounds exciting. So Doug, can you tell us what work has been done so far and what's the current area of focus?
Sure. As Cindy mentioned, the IB, one of the powerful things about it is it really does focus on all 8 subject areas. And so we've been preparing our staff, and we've also been making staffing decisions to make sure that students get a good experience in all 8 of those areas. And that's involved a lot of building level training. It's involved bringing in people from the International Baccalaureate organization to train our staff, but it's also meant sending our staff out to training. And it's really exciting to see them come back from training. They go kind of apprehensive, and they come back really feeling that we can do this, and it's going to be some work, but it's going to be good for our students in the end. So our current area of focus is really just getting people trained and getting them practicing the IB unit planner.
Okay, great. So what else would you like the community and parents to know about the IB program?
One of the important things to keep in mind is this is a holistic approach to education. It's not just for advanced learners, it's for the entire student population. But just like anything else, becoming an IB school is a very intensive process. It takes a lot of hard work and dedication from our staff. And we really want our students and staff to exemplify the learner profile traits throughout everything that they do in school and outside of school. But again, it is a process. It's not something that just happens because you want to become an IB school. And as Mr. Wheeler says, it's taking a lot of commitment and hard work from our staff.
Okay, well, great. Thank you both for joining me today.
You're welcome. Thank you.
And thank you for joining us. Don't forget, this and all other Classroom Connections episodes are available on our website. For Classroom Connections, I'm Sarah Taylor. Thanks for watching.